As we begin this period of mindful movement, we exercise great care and attention to how the body is actually feeling, moment by moment, and only moving in ways that are kind and respectful of the body's limitations in any given moment, regardless of the instruction that is given. It's important to recognize and be sensitive to how our bodies are in each moment. We seek to cultivate compassion, patience, and curiosity as we move our bodies as best we can in each moment, trying to note precisely what is happening in the body. If at any time the recording guidance is inviting a pose or a movement that is not right for your body, it is also possible to return to the resting pose. In befriending the body, it is important to recognize and honor any places that are currently experiencing limitations, particularly if there are problems with the neck or back. We respect and care for the body, just as it is in this moment in time. If the suggested movements is not right for your body, it is possible to invite the mind to visualize the body doing the movement or pose. This visualization can itself be deeply nourishing to the mind and body. The movement or visualization of the movement is a meditation practice that can deepen our awareness of living in the present moment, recognizing that however the body and the mind is right now is just fine. Relaxing again and again into whatever is here. So now inviting the body to lie down on the floor, perhaps on a blanket or a mat on your back. The arms are comfortably at the sides of the body, with the palms of the hands turned up, perhaps inviting the shoulders to flatten against the floor, giving the chest a greater opening and allowing the legs to lengthen from the body, with the feet falling gently away from each other. And if the lower back feels any tension in this position, it is possible to place a small pillow or blanket under the knees to elevate them slightly, or to place the feet flat on the floor and allowing the knees to gently rest against each other and bringing awareness to the rising and falling of the belly with each breath, moving in and out of the body. Perhaps noticing the energy entering the body with each breath. Relaxation increasing with each out-breath. Sinking further into the mat or the blanket with each breath. Simply letting go into the floor. Scanning the body for any areas of tension or contraction. Allowing the breath to bring in freshness. And the out-breath to release tension and fatigue. This beginning pose is the resting pose, to which you can always return. You can choose to gently close your eyes and let my voice guide you, or keep your eyes open. Remember, there's no right or wrong way. Just listen to your body. With the next in-breath, raising the arms towards the sky and then over the head, stretching the fingertips towards the front wall, at the same time reaching the toes towards the back wall as far as comfortable. Noticing any sensations of stretching in the body. Noticing the quality of breath as breathing happens in this long body stretch. With the next out breath, releasing the legs and allowing the arms to arc back over, coming back to rest once again at the sides of the body. Perhaps noticing any difference in how the body feels after this gentle stretch. And now let's repeat the body stretch by once again allowing the arms to arc back up, back over the head, stretching the fingers long towards the front wall, while stretching the toes towards the back wall and drawing awareness to any sensations that are present. Experiencing the gentle wave of the breath, moving in and out of the body, and now allowing the body to return to the resting pose by drawing the arms back overhead to the side of the body. Resting the legs and coming back to stillness. We'll be moving now into a pelvic tilt movement. When you're ready, bending the knees and placing the feet flat on the floor. And arms are at the sides of the body with the palms flat on the floor. With the next in-breath, gently lifting the pelvis up while pressing the small of the back into the floor. And then with the out-breath, releasing the pelvic, allowing the small of the back to resume a natural curve. You can even check this out by placing your hand beneath the lower back, by seeing if there is a small space that's created by the release of the lower back. And now at your own pace, gently rocking the pelvis with a few cycles of the breath, hips up with the in-breath, raising the hips down with the out-breath. With the out-breath, releasing the knees back to the floor. Return to the resting pose. Noticing any changes or sensations that may be present. Now with the next out breath, bring the knees towards the chest as you gently embrace the legs behind the knees and draw the legs a little closer to the chest. And now with awareness, drawing the heel and shoulders towards the knees, just as far as is available for your body at this time. At your own pace. Inviting a slow, gentle rocking of the body, side to side, back and forth. Noticing any changes or sensations in the body as it experiences this gentle movement. Listening and responding to what your body may need in this moment. Now coming to stillness. Maybe noticing any sensations with stretching. Noticing the quality of breath in this more constricted pose. Now allowing the head to gently float back to the floor. With the arms to return to the sides of the body. Releasing the legs as the body moves back into resting pose. Just breathing, being present to whatever is here. With the next out breath, begin to draw the right leg towards the chest by gently grasping the right leg behind the thigh or below the knee, but taking care not to grasp the knee itself. And then in the beginning, to gently just circle the knee, exploring the movement as it feels in the hip and the knee. Now coming to stillness, gently draw the right knee closer towards the chest. Then inviting the head and the shoulders to gently raise into the direction of the knee without straining or forcing the neck. And the left leg remains flat on the floor or the mat. And bring awareness to the sensations that are present or rising in the body. Noticing the quality of the breath. Noticing perhaps any notions of striving or judging that may be arising in the mind. And bring an intention of compassionate befriending of the body. Now releasing the head and shoulders to float back to the floor or the mat. And releasing the legs to the floor. The arms back to the sides of the body. Noticing any difference between the right and the left sides of the body that may be present as a result of practicing this posture. Now with the next out breath, raising the left knee gently by grasping it behind the thigh or below the knee to begin exploring this leg and hip through gently circling or rocking it back and forth. Whatever brings the most ease. And as you're ready with the next out breath, drawing the knee closer to the chest, raising the shoulders and the forehead gently towards the left knee and breathing. With the next out breath, allowing the shoulders and the head to gently float back to the floor, releasing the left leg, coming once again into stillness in the resting pose. We will be moving into position, balancing on our hands and knees, known as the table pose. So when you're ready, with great care, attention, inviting the body to turn over, coming to rest on the front body, and then gently making your way onto your hands and knees. And in this process, while shifting the body position, bringing awareness to how the body knows exactly what to do to get into this position. Perhaps noticing all the nerves and muscles and tendons and bones that are being activated to actually allow the body to come into this balance and stable posture. The hands are directly below the shoulders, with the fingers spread wide like starfish. The knees are about hips width apart, and the back is flat. So the body is like a table. The head floats in a neutral position with a gaze ahead, taking care not to introduce any strain in the neck. From the table position, we'll be moving into the cat pose by beginning with the out breath, drawing the belly up towards the sky as the back arches like a Halloween cat. The head and tailbone drop towards the earth. The gaze is toward the thighs. And now with the next in-breath, Raising the belly towards the floor and the tailbone moves up. Eyes shift their gaze skyward, looking way up. Now at your own pace, moving between the cat and the cow poses with natural rhythm of the breath. The out breath into the cat, drawing up the belly. And the in breath into the cow, dropping that belly down. Moving and stretching with these two postures only as it is possible without strain. One more time, that out breath into the cat, drawing up into the belly. In breath into the cow, dropping the belly down. Moving those stretches with these two postures. Now coming to stillness once again in the table pose. So from this position, we're going to be moving into a balancing posture. We'll begin by allowing the right arm to lift with the fingers of the right hand, stretching towards the front wall as the right hand is being reached towards the front wall. We will bring attention to how the body knows just what to do to raise the right arm, working against gravity to stretch forward with the fingers, the right fingers, allowing the eyes to gaze forward towards the outstretched hand. So just stretching that right hand out. And now with the right hand reaching toward the front wall, we invite the left leg to begin to raise from the floor, allowing the left foot to begin to stretch towards the back wall as far as possible in the body. Right now stretching forward and back with the body in the same moment. The body working to remain balanced as best it can. Perhaps noticing that the sensations that are present. Perhaps noticing small adjustments that are happening moment by moment as the body works to maintain balance. We can invite awareness to the rest of the breath to help the body find stability. Noticing any particular thoughts or emotions that may be arising as the body, as we work with somewhat challenging posture. And as you're ready, on the next out breath, allowing the left knee and the right hand now to slowly be drawn back to the floor. Finding the table pose once again, and perhaps aware of any particular sensations that may be present after this stretching and balancing movement. With the next in-breath, allowing the left arm to begin to drift up with the left hand stretching towards the front wall, inviting the gaze to look beyond the fingers of the left hand. Now inviting the right leg to gently rise as far as possible at this time as you can, allowing the right toes to stretch towards the back wall, inviting and welcoming the full stretch of the body, maintaining balance in this posture, appreciating that there is no right way to be to do the posture. Just allowing curiosity to explore the experience of this balancing practice. What is happening right now in the mind? What thoughts or sensations, emotions are present? And as you are ready with the next out breath, allow the right leg to slowly, gently release back to the floor as it surrenders to gravity, and allowing the left arm to drift down, The left hand once again resting on the floor directly below the left shoulders. Allowing the body to come to stillness in the table pose, finding the breath. We'll now make our way once again onto the back. So moving with care and intention, coming back to the resting pose. So finding the breath, allowing the body to perhaps sink further into rest and stillness. Now with the next in-breath, beginning to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to rest flat on the floor. And then begin to gently reaching the arms overhead as the fingers stretch towards the front wall with the next out breath. Raising the hips towards the sky as far as it is possible to do at this time. Just resting the body on the soles of the feet and the shoulders, but being careful to avoid any pressure on the back or the neck. Noticing perhaps the tendency of the buttocks to contract. Seeing if it's possible to encourage the buttocks to relax any tension that may be present in this bridge posture. Noticing any sensations of stretching in the front body, and as best you can allow breathing to happen. Now with great care and attention, allow the back to float back down to the floor. Perhaps allowing the spine to gently unroll, vertebrae by vertebrae, like a string of pearls, as the back begins to reconnect with the earth. And the knees remain bent with the soles of the feet firmly connected to the earth. The arms slowly come back along the sides of the body. Now drawing the knees towards the chest, offering the legs a gentle hug, while allowing the head to remain softly resting on the floor. You may even wish to rock gently from side to side or front to back to release any tension that may be present in the hips or the back. Now coming to stillness, release the arms and legs, returning at your own pace to the resting pose. As awareness reconnects with the breath, breath moving in the body, breath moving out of the body. In breath bringing in freshness. Out breath allowing release of any tension that may be present. As you are ready now, with the next in-breath, again bending the knees, placing the soles of the feet securely on the floor, bringing the arms away from the sides of the body, bending, forming a T position, or if you would prefer, gently clasp the hands under the head, under the back of the head. With your next out breath, allowing the knees to gently fall slowly over to the right side of the body, creating a gentle twist on the left side of the body. And if you wish to intensify this twist, you can draw your gaze over to your left shoulder, taking a few breaths here as you rest in this gentle spinal twist. Just gentle breathing. Now with your next in-breath, gently draw the knees up to the center. Now with your next in-breath, gently draw the knees and head back to center. And the next out-breath, allowing the knees to drift to the left side of the body. Perhaps dropping the gaze over the right shoulder, noticing any particular sensations that may be present in this right side body twist. As you are ready, releasing the legs, allowing gravity to draw them back to the earth. And as you're ready on the next in-breath, gently drawing the knees and the head back to center, allowing the arms to gently come to rest once again along the sides of the body, allowing the legs to stretch out long, coming back into that resting pose. Noticing the effects of this gentle twist posture. What thoughts or emotions are here? Just noticing what's present without getting caught up in the story about this experience of mindful movement practice. Just being in this moment right here, right now. Now from our resting pose, we'll be moving into a gentle leg stretch, beginning by slowly raising the right leg and allowing the sole of the right foot to reach towards the ceiling. Now bringing the hands to clasp the right leg at whatever place is most available right now. The hands may find it most comfortable to grasp behind the right thigh or the calf or perhaps the ankle by taking care not to grasp behind the knee. And as you're ready, gently begin to draw the right leg forward, perhaps a little closer to the chest, allowing the experience of the gently stretching sensation along the back of the right leg. If you wish to explore this stretch a little further, allowing the forehead to begin to rise towards the right leg, just as far as is comfortable, allowing the body to be however it can be, and appreciate the miraculous capacity of the body to move with intention. Perhaps inviting breath into any area or more vivid sensation. As much as is possible, continuing to release tension deep within the body and with awareness of breath. What is the effort of breathing like in this more constricted body posture? Is it possible to find a sense of stillness? Now releasing the posture by allowing the head to very gently and slowly release to the floor, and the right leg to ever so slowly drift back to the floor. Once again, we find the body resting fully without any striving. Noticing perhaps that breathing is happening with a little more ease in the less constricted resting pose. With curiosity, exploring if there are any differences in the body after having completed this right leg stretch posture. We'll now invite the left leg with the next in-breath to slowly and gently lift as we stretch the sole of the left foot towards the ceiling. With awareness, grasping the left leg with the hands behind the thigh, the calf with the ankle, and gently beginning to draw the left leg closer to the chest to invite a gentle stretch along the back of the left leg. Once again, we can enhance this stretch a little more by slowly raising the forehead and shoulders towards the left leg, just as far as it's comfortable. Once again, we can enhance this just what's comfortable for you. Okay. Just moving that, perhaps noticing any difference in the sensation that may be here compared with the stretch of the right leg. Maybe noticing again the sensation or shallower breathing space in the body that is in this more constricted pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Now allowing the head to drift back to the floor, releasing the hands to also come back to the floor with the palms facing towards the ceiling. The left leg now begins its slow journey back towards the earth, gently coming to rest. And the body once again in resting pose and noticing any particular sensations or thoughts or emotions that may be present right now. Now as you are ready and with the next in-breath, making your way onto your right side and allowing the right hand to support the weight of the head. The left hand is placed on the floor in front of the heart center to assist in balance of the body in the side lying position. The left leg is stacked on the right leg, inviting the left leg to begin to raise towards the ceiling, just as far as is comfortable, and breathing. Now allowing the left leg to very slowly drift back to meet the right leg with intention. Slowly releasing the body back to the resting pose. Coming back to the breath. Here we are again, present and aware of this body breathing. We'll now explore this side laying pose on the left side of the body. So gently rolling the left side, inviting the left hand to come up to provide support for the head, allowing the right hand to rest on the floor in front of the heart space, providing more support and balance on the left side of the body. The right leg is stacked on the left leg. When you are ready, begin to raise the right leg towards the ceiling, just as far as comfortable in this moment. Notice breathing. With the next out breath, releasing the right leg to slowly lower back to the floor. Once again, meeting the left leg. Releasing the hands and arms that have supported the side, lying position, allowing the body to move back into the resting pose. Continue coming back to the breath, allowing the breath to bring in freshness, newness. The out breath, release tension and invite stillness and relaxation. We are now going to be moving onto the front of the body by very slowly rolling from the back of the body to the front, the toes facing the back wall, the arms resting down alongside of the body with the palms facing up. The head is allowed to come up to rest on either the right or the left cheek, whichever side is most comfortable, just allowing the body to sink into the floor with each out-breath, sinking a little further as the body relaxes. Now as you're ready, drawing the gaze up toward the front wall while resting the head on the chin and inviting the right leg to slowly raise from the floor, the right heel lifting and stretching for the ceiling, just as far as available for the body in this moment. Allowing the breath to continue to move in and out of the body, even in this more constricted position. Now allowing the right leg to very slowly drift back towards the floor and coming to rest. The head allowing to the right leg to be very slow, drifting back. The head turns to come to rest once on the opposite cheek, so inviting that body into stillness for a moment. On the next in-breath, the head once again comes to center, resting with the chin on the floor and the gaze forward with intention, inviting the left leg to slowly rise as far as possible. Up. Now releasing the left leg back towards the floor, noticing the sensation of the force of gravity as it draws the leg gently back towards the earth. Releasing the head to once again come to rest on the cheek, allowing the body to simply relinquish into the earth, coming to rest. Now with the next in-breath, as best you can, raising the head and shoulders towards the sky, only moving up as far as comfortable without straining. The gaze of the eye is forward in this modified cobra pose. Noticing the engagement of the strong muscles in the back and perhaps a stretch in the front body, the quality of breath. And now releasing this pose, lowering the shoulders and allowing the head to come to rest on the side, completing, surrendering to the earth. Now finally turning once again onto the back with great care and attention. Coming once again into this familiar resting pose. Legs are straight with the feet falling away from each other. Thighs and buttocks are relaxed. Belly soft. And with the chest rising and falling with the belly. And the breath. Shoulders embrace the reliable support of the floor. Arms falling away from the sides of the body. With the palms up. The head rests on the floor and the eyes gently close. Or assume just a gentle and focused gaze, inviting a gentle scan of the body from the toes to the crown of the head. Slowly moving upwards, exploring any area of the body that may have some increased tension or constriction. Seeing if it's possible to invite ease into the moment of the breath. Breathing in freshness, breathing out tension. Breath following breath. Appreciation, all that is right with this body in this moment. As we come to an end of this period of mindful movement practice, we begin to move the fingers and toes, then the hands and feet. Exploring movement as the body comes out of stillness. And then turning with attention and at your own pace, onto the right side of your body, resting the head briefly on the pillow of your right arm. And slowly at your own pace, coming back into a sitting position. We complete this period of mindful moving the body with awareness, exploration, and kindness by enjoying a deep, nourishing in-breath, followed by the release of any remaining tension as the breath moves out of the body, and perhaps experiencing profound appreciation for setting aside the time to move the body in this nourishing and restorative way. Exploring the relationship of the mind, the body, the heart, as it is linked in this field of awareness.